Hey everybody, whenever you're watching from, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Today we're back in Kingdoms of Amalur Re-Reckoning to continue the No Crafted Equipment Challenge run. Last time we hit level 26, so we are going to pause on our questing, and we're going to backtrack to quite a few areas to loot a bunch of places, because there's like 12. What was the list again? There's like 12 different places that cap out at level 26. So I'm gonna have to like go back to each of them and loot them clean. And unlike before, we're not gonna be junking a lot of the items. We're gonna actually keep everything, because we're at the point now where I can do some respecking. Right? Or at least we have like 2 levels worth of respecking that we can do, because we still haven't talked to the dispelling, lockpicking, and persuasion trainers. And also like maybe blacksmithing. Actually no, we haven't talked to like a lot of trainers. We only talked to like mercantile. That was the reason why we're kind of open now to respecking, but it's like just 2 levels, so we have to get to the next trainer after. But yeah. Hey Spar. Doing fine. We're gonna try out your build soon after I loot the all of the areas. After I loot all of the areas that cap out at level 26, we're gonna start doing the respecking thing. So, one thing I will do real quick though, I don't know if, is there something I can like turn in? Okay, hold on, let me just double check which ones do we have right now. The charm, that's the highway robber in. This one's in Rathier. It's all the way outside of Rathier. It's kind of also outside of Rathier. Maybe it's I'll play for a few hours. No man, like trust me, Dagger Chakram is actually sick. Dagger Chakram is the build, right? It's not that bad. It's not as bad as you think it is. Although I guess if you only play for a few hours, I can see why it would be bad, because Chakrams, if you go to the ability tree, you don't get the bonus to Chakrams until like the 2nd tier. If you only play for like a few hours, it'll take you a while to actually get the points over here. I think that might have been your problem, but either way, I honestly I think finesse sorcery is pretty sick. Dagger Chakrams. Do some stylish things. Anyway, let's go to full screen. And yeah, let me just double check here. Although I don't think there's a quest here that I can... Yeah, well, anyway, if you look at the places, okay, so the list of places that we have to go back to loot are Gorguath, which is... Where the hell's Gorguath? Gorguath is all the way back in Oderath, east. Castle Yolvan, Uduath, the Hunter's Pit, Haxi Dam, Brigand Hall, Brunuath, Rundamir, St. Edric's Well, Arduath, and then the Wolds Outdoors, which is where we came from, and then the Red Marches Outdoors, which is over here. So quite a few places to check out. I'm not sure if we can do everything in like one session, but I'll try my best. We're gonna fast travel for this one since it's pretty far. I'm not gonna walk all the way there. So let's start with Gorguath. And like I said, we're gonna keep most of the things that I loot this time around instead of junking them, just so I have some items that I can work with for the builds that we're gonna do. And also I'm going to stick to the the polymath build when we're looting, because of the way the game's loot system works is it will try to give you stuff that's appropriate to your build. So if I respec right now and then I looted, it's going to bias all the loot to that build. But then if I respec later, I'm not gonna have equipment for the new build. So yeah, we're gonna stick to the polymath for a bit longer here. And like that's probably what I'm gonna be doing every time we try and backtrack to an area to loot the whole place. Is we're gonna respec back into the jack of all trades, and then we're gonna respec out of it whenever we change our build to something else. So anyway, okay, there's no loot here. There's also some hidden doors in the old dungeon, so it is actually worth like going back. Actually, I do want to check though. Do I have enough space? I might have to get rid of some of this stuff. Actually, or maybe I'm not supposed to junk these anymore. I'll have to check. I'll have to check what level the equipment that we get is. Yeah, I guess we can go this way. Right. This entire area on the side is like one area, and then there's the other area that's just directly over here. Ow. Nice. Did that corpse just disappear in front of me? That corpse just disappeared in front of my face. I don't think there was anything. Yeah, it was just the sky blossom over here. And let's go here. Ooh. Set item right away. Enka's shoes. Plus 20% ice damage, plus 10% mana regen per second. And then Fine Gold Talisman. Ready to make progress on my leveling up in mods. Here's our slots when you get into it. I mean, I would hope so. Isn't that like the whole point of games like that, where the late game gear has to be really rewarding if you're grinding your way to it, right? So I would hope so, that it slaps really hard. Yeah, actually, this one we might junk this, just because if I stick to a sorcery leaning build, I'm probably better off using the Malakim. So we'll just junk this. So for some of the other stuff, we're probably not going to junk them. I hope I have enough inventory space for this whole area. My sword broke? Are you serious? Okay, hold on. Why did I use it? Okay. Why did I use the sword when it's broken? Bro. Okay, hold on. Let me unequip this. I'm gonna junk the normal one. We're gonna keep this one, and then let's equip our scorching longsword. Got some fire damage now. Hey, Steel. Only thing that makes you more powerful, your gears the only thing gets you through the game. Yeah. Okay, longsword of bloodshed. Ooh, bleed damage. Not as much damage as the scorching longsword, but against enemies that are like fire resistant, it's probably useful. So we're not gonna junk that. We'll take the Master Warrior Strength, and then the Kiras. I'm going to junk this one. That one doesn't have any effects. Crude Brismere Beyblades. Ooh. Level 11. Okay. So we're gonna keep this. In case we do a build that involves Beyblades later. Everything is like, will break eventually. Yes. But that's fine. I mean, that's kind of why we do these looting runs whenever we reach like a level breakpoint for an area. And we're gonna be keeping a lot more stuff this time around since I have to prepare equipment for the respecking for the different builds we're gonna be doing. All right. I'm gonna try not to dedicate this session for just looting. Although there are a lot of areas. We have like 12 different areas, right? Like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, we have 12 areas to loot. So it might take a while. I'll try to do them as fast as I can. So we can get onto our first alternative build. Which is gonna be Spar's Dagger Chakram build. Sylvanite gauntlets. Actually, the Silver Armor gloves have a low enough requirement. I can probably keep it for a bunch of different builds unless I do a build that doesn't have any finesse at all. So I'm actually gonna junk this, especially since it's a vanilla equipment. And then the greatsword. The greatsword I will keep because if down the line we end up doing like a might build with greatsword, we're probably gonna have to use that. Actually, let me just double check the items that we chunked. Maybe I don't junk these actually. Okay, the scepters we are gonna junk. I personally think that scepters are just really bad. I don't like using scepters. So we're gonna keep that junked. This one is kind of meh. The Sylvanite gauntlets. Actually, yeah. You know what? We're gonna unjunk that. Let's also unjunk this one. The talisman we're definitely keeping junked. I guess I have to check my inventory too. If I have like any unique bucklers that I can probably use, then I'll probably use that instead of this. So we're gonna have to drop by the house and check. This one, I'm pretty sure I have like better robes than this, and then we just picked up some shoes earlier that are better than this, so we're not gonna keep that. Mine's an 11 great sword. That is the same thing as the god, right? Yeah, it's the exact same thing. I guess we can have like a spare. And then the troll hide boots. Slow and wieldy big. That's how that's what you compare it to? Making love? Really? Oh. Okay, the troll hide gloves are definitely gonna keep junked because if we're gonna run any sort of finesse build, we're keeping the silk farmer gloves. The troll hide boots. I'm gonna have to double check our house if we have something better than this. Yeah, I guess I should just wait until our inventory is full and we'll drop by the house and check what unique items I have and then see which ones we're gonna keep from the loot and then which ones we're gonna just junk. What if you mess with it? Do you want me to do a scepter build? I really don't, because like, honestly, I feel like scepters are so... they're so weak in this game, in the sense of like, why would you use a scepter when you could just use your spells? If you're gonna use sorcery anyway, right? Because the thing with the scepters is like, they're a ranged weapon, they're similar to a bow, but they still use your mana with every shot. And then like the move list is, it does have like alternate moves, but again, they also use mana. So if you're gonna use your mana anyway for a ranged attack, you might as well just use your spells, is my thing. That's why I kind of don't like them. Is there a dragon? Bro. Bro. You know what? I'm not gonna junk anywhere. We're gonna compare our inventory in the house first. We are also getting some blacksmithing materials, but they're gonna be very useless since we're not gonna be blacksmithing at all this run. My chef for everything still not works. Yeah, I still haven't figured out how or why StreamerBot is not receiving messages from the YouTube side. It's really just that. It's just that StreamerBot is not receiving. It's able to send messages from the Twitch chat to the YouTube streams, but whenever a message is sent on the YouTube streams, StreamerBot doesn't read it. So I already tried like logging out and then logging in again, and that doesn't work. Then we have a hidden door here. Signet of light. Okay, we're just gonna chunk that. We have better accessories. Hammer though, we're gonna keep the hammer. Because if we do like a full might build later, then I might go with the hammer. So hidden door. This leads to where does this lead to? Valorstone.
And thus they did Sir Sagro slay, and thus the thresh was dead. But from the heart of Gorgoath came two beasts in its stead. Woke two beasts from their bed. 2 times did Sir Sagro struggle, 2 times he swore an oath. I'll leave your wretched corpses here, and he battled them both amidst the undergrowth. And that morn, a figure emerged, a lone fay. He saw them pass them, and turned to them to say, I think I'll
Sorry to the narrator, I had to like beat some boggarts up. But that was the Song of Sir Sagrel. Ooh! Crude Prismeer daggers. Long to Oblivion, yep. Gotta love the execution animations in this game. We have a replacement for our daggers. So these are 3 more damage. Well, technically 6, but like they're just vanilla though. I'll have to check later if I have something better, but if we do any sort of finesse dagger build, we're probably going to be using these now. So I'm going to junk this. Then how's my inventory? We have like 80 out of 90. Ooh. We might run out of space. Alright, to upgrade weapons. No. So unlike, I'm assuming you're thinking about something like Skyrim where, you know, you have the same like iron dagger, but you can upgrade that iron dagger to like a flawless quality iron dagger or something. No, there's no such thing as that in this game. The most you can do is if you have equipment that have sockets like this one, you can put a gem on the socket, but that's about it. So if you really want to upgrade your weapons, you replace them with something better. I missed the parry timing on that? Can't believe I missed the parry timing on that. Oh. Never played Skyrim? Oh. Okay, so that was just me assuming. My bad. Find Sylvanite Longsword. Okay, we definitely don't have... or we definitely have like a lot of better options than this, so we're junking this one. And then we have 8 more slots in our inventory. So I guess I can... We go down right away and deal with this, but there's a lot of stuff that we can loot here though. We might run out of inventory space, so I'm gonna make a quick trip to the player house so that I can rearrange my inventory. And we can double check the stuff that we need to junk and which ones we can keep for the alternate builds, and then we're gonna come back here to loot the rest of the area. And then we'll go to the next place. Great. Broken sword. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, in Dark Souls you can upgrade the weapons too. From like +0 to +15 and stuff. Here, unfortunately, you don't have that option. You make your either you find better equipment or you make your own better equipment, which again we're not doing for this run. They have might and magic going. Oh yeah, did Steel? I forget. Was it Steel who was the one playing that? Very low. I think these routes are improving. 2,000 armor. That sounds like a lot of armor. It sounds like an insane amount of armor, actually. What the hell? I'm gonna unjunk everything except the scepters real quick, and then except the scepters and the accessories, and then we'll check which item types we have better options for, so we can rejunk them. All of the rings and necklaces, though, we're definitely gonna destroy. Or not destroy, we're gonna sell. Oh, and then right, consumables. Let me just toss in my consumables real quick. We're gonna keep the greater potions, and then we'll use the master potions later when we get to the late game area. In terms of weapons, we have a Feyblade, we have longbows, daggers, hammers, great swords. We have a bunch of long swords. It's really insanely good. That's a big jump. +30 versus +2,000 armor. What the what? What kind of freaking... I'm assuming there's like some sort of hard cap to damage resistance. Or no, is it just like straight up you don't take physical damage anymore or something? Okay, so for weapons, we have... So Kezar's Vice is way too low in terms of level, so we're definitely not using that. Actually, for the weapons in general, I think we're not going to be keeping... We're not going to be using any of the unique weapons. We're just keeping these for collection. We're definitely going to need different weapons. Looted weapons for use. $622. Wait, this is technically... The base value on this is technically better than what I'm using right now. Huh. The base of this is just a regular Sylvanite longsword and not a fine one? It gave me a fine one. Okay. I mean, if that's the case, then we're junking these two for sure. I imagine you're dealing like single-digit physical damage against that. Do I keep the bleed and poison versions? I might keep the... Actually, yeah, I might keep the poison and bleed versions of the longsword. Because if we do a might finesse build down the line, I can use these. Because finesse has an ability that increases bleed and poison damage. So I can probably use these. Then for the greatsword, you know, one in a spare hammer is fine. For the daggers, since we have the Prismir daggers now, I think we just junk the Sylvanite daggers at this point. And then for the longbow, okay, this one is worse than the fine version. If we do like an archer build, I can use this. And then for the Feyblades, for the Feyblades, we got like oh, that's interesting actually. The crude version actually does the same amount of damage as the fine version of the lower material. I'll junk this anyway. Or I guess I could use it. Actually, no, never mind. I could use it as a spare. If it's the same stats, I can use it as a spare. So that's fine. And then for the armor. So the armor is where we're going to check our inventory and see what we have. So we have Inca's shoes. I guess if we do a sorcery build, we can keep the Whisper Skin sandals. Anyway. Since, you know, it's 10 more ice damage versus I have 10 of everything, right? This is just so much better. Even though, stat-wise, this has like slightly more armor. It's like 2 more armor, but it's a sorcery equipment anyway, so you're not going to be worried about damage reduction. God, you keep the broken. Make them even more. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the point of like playing games offline or allowing like separate patch lines for games, because I know some games allow for that, where even on Steam, like you can roll back to a previous version. You know, some games do that, Spar, so it's not like it's not something that well, actually, maybe we do need to fight for it actually, because some of the bigger titles are like they force you to like update to a new version. But yeah, there are other games that allow you to like roll back to older versions perfectly fine. Are these also... Okay, these are finesse. So if I do a finesse build, I can maybe use these. But since our first build is going to be the dagger chakrams, I'm probably fine with the sandals for now. Stern helm. Okay, so this is might. +1 health regen per second. 5% melee block efficacy. I know the issue with the might build, if I do a might build later, is I think we're gonna need higher armor anyway. So I'm not sure if it's fine to just junk the other helmets we've got and use something that's like underleveled like this. Especially, I don't think this one has... Because this one has like 192 armor by itself. That's a lot of armor compared to this one's 68. And you only get like +1 health regen per second. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna throw the helm away then. Fire resistance, yeah, it's fine. Talisman of the Sun. I think for any sort of sorcery build, we're gonna keep the Malachim talisman just because of the +1 sorcery. That's so good. This thing is so good. +1 sorcery to sorcery abilities. Leggings of beacons. Oh, actually, I can already use this. I don't have to use the flawless leggings anymore. Although this one does still have like more armor, just because of 30% bonus armor. This one gives me 23% poison resistance, but we haven't really encountered that many enemies that have poison damage. Helm of Helios, 8% gold drops. Okay, this one might actually be useful. It has like slightly more armor than the Stern Helm. It's like 100, although it is 100 less armor than this. But 8% gold drops might be useful. Because I expect that once we start doing the respecking thing, we're going to be spending so much money. Because the cost of that scales with every respec we do. Harbinger's Vestments. 30% mana regen per second. Okay, hold on. Okay, definitely we're junking this one, because if I'm gonna go with like just raw defense, this is definitely better than the other one. For the chest piece, we're using the Armor of the Wanderer right now. I'm probably gonna keep the Armor of the Wanderer. When we do the whatchamacallit, the Dagger Chakram build. So the Legion. We actually have a lot of like sorcerer shoes for some reason. The hell? Excuse me. Yeah, for some reason we have like a lot of sorcerer shoes. I don't know why. But it doesn't seem like we have we don't have like a metal shield or a buckler, actually. So 27, 21. Okay, we're junking this one. And for the chests, if we ever use robes, we're probably going to use the other robes. Like Vracors or whatever that we have in the inventory, so we'll just junk this. For the gloves, okay, with our Troll High gloves, we're definitely junking because if we're going to have finesse, we're going to be using the Silk Farmer gloves. But if we use Might, then I guess we can use the Sylvanite gauntlets or gauntlets of the Legion. It does give 7% physical damage, although the armor is really bad. Has like half this armor, the Sylvanite gauntlets. But 7% damage is like no joke, so yeah, we're junking this. And then for the legs, we're keeping the flawless leggings, I guess, for the additional protection. The shoes for sure we're junking because we have like way too many sorcerer shoes that have better effects than just vanilla. But if we go finesse, I think we have, yeah, we have this option. And then we also have Vekrit's boots as another option, so you can just junk these. But the Sylvanite Greaves, we don't have an option for... We don't have an option for a Might pair of boots here. Alright. So we're gonna keep the Sylvanite Greaves. And then for the bucklers, I guess if we do like a finesse or a might build, we're gonna keep King's Shield for now because this is our best thing we have for like a might shield if ever we respect to might later. But the talismans we're just gonna junk all of them because we're gonna use the Malachim if we're gonna use the talisman ever. Now with that, since we know that we're gonna do a finesse / sorcery build first, I'm gonna just put these in the inventory real quick so they don't occupy my inventory space. Then we'll just take them out later if we find like a replacement for them. And same thing for the weapons. I should probably drop them off too. And nice. Okay. We have some inventory space now. Did I put the Anorak Gossamer in? I did. Okay. So we go back to Gorgwath. There's still the area straight ahead that we didn't loot yet. Let's open this hidden door first. Gold coins. Did I really aggro them? Oh! They can cross? What the? Okay, I didn't expect that Tumbler could cross. What the? Minor healing potion. Is there anything here? Yes, there are. Scepter. God damn it. Freaking scepters. Ooh. Fine Sylvanite hammer. So the other hammer that we got was a cruel hammer. It's a hammer that has crit rate. Is it crit rate or crit damage? I'm not sure. But basically a hammer that crits. This one is just a vanilla hammer that has better stats, I think. I'll have to check later. I did loot that, right? Yeah, I looted that one. Okay. I'm like double checking. Okay, let's clear out the rest of this area and then we can move on to Castle Yolvan. Fine Ash Longbow. Okay, we can keep that. Ow. I should have just finished it off without trying to be fancy. Ooh. So Hexweave hand wraps. I don't think we have... Did we have sorcerer gloves earlier? I'm not sure. And Life Drinker. This is a... Okay, this is a great sword for sure. So bleed damage and chance to steal 25 health per hit. So if you do like a might build, we can use this. Does so much damage. Yeah. Big bonk. Everyone loves a big bonk. Big bonk weapon. Sylvanic Cuirass. We kept the Cuirass, right? I guess I can just compare it later. I'd rather just pick it up right now. Ooh. Yeah, this is just vanilla Fade Blades. At least the Thresh do not respawn. Stout Greatsword. Oh, so this is health and mana. Oh, I looted this? Really? I don't remember. I guess I must have accidentally opened it and then because of that I had to like just take it. Okay, we'll junk the ring. We'll keep the shield. That beat me? Okay, full fate meter. Is there a chest over here on the other side? I don't think so. Here. And let's clear this last area. It's a bit overkill, but I'm gonna use my reckoning mode for this. Essence of Fate. Nothing else? Okay, nothing else. And we can get out of here. So that's Gorguath. We still have some inventory space left, so we can go to the next area, which is Castle Yolvan. Ow. Ah, right. They spin right after. Now we have to deal with rats and spiders. I tried to sneak attack the spider, it didn't work. We can go to the exit later. What? Oh god. Goddamn rats, bro. Their lunge is so far. We can keep all of this, I think. Apart from, I guess not this one. Since if we're gonna go finesse with leather armor, we're probably better off with the armor of the wanderer just for the extra 8% critical hit. We'll keep everything else. Ow. Ow. Nice. Full height armor. So it's just this armor socket. Full height hood though. I'll keep it for now. And rat. God damn it. My god, bro. I dodged early? Oh my god. My adrenaline surge activated because of the poison? You're kidding me, man. I was not paying attention to my HP there. Selenite gauntlets, Selenite greatsword. You know what? I'll organize it later. Okay, that's a lot of enemies. Oh my god. I need to cure disease later. God damn it, man. Binder's lesions. Frickin'. Ooh, glacial chakrams. Oh, they're level 11 too. Okay, well, there's your chakrams. Spar, we're gonna use that probably. Okay, probably the shoes there. Prepare to be raged at. No, man. Trust me. Trust me, the Dagger Chakram build is not as bad as you think. Except maybe the early game. The early game is probably horrible. But in the mid game, I think it's beast. Is there another spider here? Or are these all venom spitters? I think these are all venom spitters. Yeah, they're all venom spitters. Okay. Seems pointless to use reckoning mode on this, so I'll probably use it on the next cave. Instead, I'm just gonna cook some spiders. Okay, to cast magic anyway. Yeah, because like it's finesse sorcery. Dagger Chakrams is finesse sorcery, so I am gonna cast magic still. It armored through the Mark of Flame? What? How the Bro, how did that spider armor through the Mark of Flame, man? That's whack. How the fuck? How the fuck? Australia Simulator? Maybe. Do spiders in Australia like just tank fire? Like, do they not care? Venom Spitter freaking tanked the Mark of Flame explosion, bro. Like, what the hell? Ooh, Tempered Cuirass. Okay. 321 armor. That's a lot of armor. Are you serious? I ran out of inventory spring. No, bro. Are you serious? I'm out of space? I thought I had enough space. Ah, crap. Okay. Well, we're gonna come back for these 2 items then. I believe I had to go back to a cave just for 2 spots of loot. Hopefully the spiders don't respawn by the time I get back. Oh yeah, now that you're out today, you can take one more hit. Is that how it works? Very loud fighting. Australian emus. They really still haven't tamed the whole outback, huh? That war. Oh man. Should we play Australia for the next half campaign? I was thinking for the next half campaign I was gonna play either Japan or China, but it's gonna be a while before we get to that playthrough, so I have like a lot of time to think about who to play next. Crap. Okay, well, I didn't realize there was loot by the door. Oh, there's this too? Wait. Did I forgot to get this? Are you serious? Well, this one's like obviously crap already, because that's a lower level. Like Yolvan caps out a, or not Yolvan, well, Webwood caps out at a lower level. I guess I forgot to pick those up. Okay. So for the weapons, we're definitely keeping the life drinker. The greatsword. This one is 105 and 25. Oh, okay. So it has less stats. Or it has less damage, but it has like bonus HP and mana. Which is fine, I guess. You know what? I'll look at those when I do a build that actually uses those weapons. We have a lot of inventory space anyway, 300. So I'll just check which ones. I guess I can look at it from here much better. So Sylvanite Greatsword. We have the fine Sylvanite Greatsword. You have like 3 of these. The Asian Oregon Sword House and there Harbor Sword inside your home. What? I guess. I think squirrels can carry rabies, no? I don't remember if squirrels can carry rabies. That might have been the reason. I don't know, I'm guessing. Okay, this one we're definitely chunking because that one's weaker. We have like a lot of fine ash longbows, and then Sylvanite Feyblades, fine Sylvanite longswords, longsword of bloodshed. Glacial chakrams, fine Sylvanite Feyblades. Actually, if you have the fine Sylvanite Feyblades and then the crude Prismere Feyblades, then I guess these ones are junk as well. And then for the longswords, because we have the putrefied longsword, but this one is like 5622 versus Yeah, it's pretty much the same level as these technically. Then the hammer. Oh, the cruel hammer is actually based on a fine sylvanite hammer anyway. Oh shit. Well, obviously we're keeping the one that gives you critical hit damage, 18% critical hit damage on a hammer that does 158 already. Bro, hell yeah, we're keeping that. And then the stout greatsword, 94 to 20, 94 and 22 versus 105.25. Is that worth the bonus health and mana? I personally, nah, I don't think so. I want more damage, so we're junking the stout greatsword as well. And then for the armor, the reason was that they were so abundant, they deserted iron. Oh, they were a pest. I see. Got you. 297 for the crude prismatic cuirass. Wait, that's 297? Wow. Okay, so we're definitely not keeping the sylvanite cuirass then. The noble's kite shield. Kite shield 126 to 113. Is this one actually higher level? 24, 45, 126, 80 health. This one's 21. Oh. Yeah, we're chunking that. Then the ash buckler, I think, is 89. Yeah. And then trollhide hood. We don't have a finesse only helmet yet, so I guess we can keep this one. And then for the gauntlets, I guess gauntlets of the Legion still. Probably. And then for the hand wraps, oh, we don't actually have hand wraps for if we do a sorcery build. Like just a sorcery build. Well, I guess. We got a lot of stuff to sell pretty soon. Okay, we're gonna go back to Castle Yolvan because there's still a bunch of a few items that we were not able to loot. And then it's over to Udwath. There's the sparrows in China. Oh. I guess that might be, or rather, yeah, I can see that that can be an issue. And you have like way too many wildlife that just, you know, roam the farmlands and then just eat all of your produce. Yeah, that's probably an issue. Man, I can't believe they all respawned. Are you serious? Okay, I'm gonna ignore these guys. Ow! I'm gonna ignore these guys for now. Gonna make a beeline for the chests that we left. Hopefully they de-aggro. If they don't de-aggro and they just chase me all the way, then... Okay, thank god they just de-aggro. Cool. The spiders respawning on this area though, kind of annoying. Ow. 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 Okay. Had to do some pest control again. And then it's back to the door. Back to the door. And then we loot the egg sack by the door and then the egg sack outside. Which we forgot to loot way back when we were looting all of Webwood. Sparrows aren't corvids. They and this was a lot of meter gain that I could have used on something else instead of I did not hit the rat? Are you serious? Okay. That's 2 areas down. 10 more to go. I dashed into that one. My mistake. And then we have to go back to an rock to drop some of the items off. And then we'll go visit a merchant so we can sell our goods. Okay, Azurite Hammer definitely going to junk. Tempered Cuirass, that's 297 armor. Compared to... also 297. Wait, huh? that doesn't seem right. Why does this also give 297? $27 might. What the heck? That's... But it gives 24 more armor. But this is the crude version. What the Okay, that makes no sense. I feel like this is supposed to have more armor. Why does it only give 297? And then Sylvanite Kite Shield is 126. Oh, but this one gives 80 health. This one does not give 80 health. Okay, so we're junking that then. And I'm not gonna beg for a piece of using it. An entire slice. You gave it an entire slice? I don't think it could have carried it. Could it? You gave it. Why did you give it an entire slice? Man, why would you give it an entire slice? Actually, is there a healer in Webwood? There's no healer in Webwood. Crap. Okay, I need to get rid of my disease here. Also, we need to drop by a merchant. Which merchant haven't we maxed out yet? Probably the one in Isa, right? I think. Is the one in Vorm Lodge capped out? Actually, where are the other? There is a merchant in St. Hadwin's. Why not? Down bad for pizza.
We have many gems and shards for sale.
Oh, this guy's capped out. Never mind. Is there a merchant in... Is there a merchant in St. Edric's? No. I'm guessing the one in Vorm Lodge is also capped out.
Greetings. Welcome back. What can I do for you?
He is. Oh my god. Wait. Aiton? I guess I go to Aiton. Or we can check Isa. You can check Isa and then go to the over here, Asker's Alley. Actually, we could do the delegation to Elric's. Tag's not working in shops. No, so all of the NPCs you can't hurt unless you enable you press it with H. Hold on, let me... There's a... So if I go like this, yeah, you see this H at the bottom left? If I press H, that's aggressive mode, and then my attacks can hit anyone. But normally, if you don't have aggressive mode on, you just attack it. You can't hit NPCs. if you do enable aggressive mode and then you start hitting people, that will count as a crime. So, and unlike Skyrim, there's like very little reason for you to like try to get arrested in this game. So, you're usually not gonna be using aggressive mode.
Get over here. We don't abide by strangers in Issa. In this city, everyone is family. If you want to get around the peace edict, you'll have to keep your voice down.
Okay, there's a bunch of junk items, and we're one item away from capping this guy's inventory out.
Okay then.
Then we can drop by Star Camp, and I'm gonna sell my stolen junk over to the fence there. First, where's the healer? Crap, I think the healer's upstairs. I need to get rid of my binder's lesions. Was it in the trellis or the font? I think it was in the trellis. It was in the font. Crap. God damn it. Here is me as well. Probably not? Question mark? I don't know how good Bird's memories are. Oh wait, no. There's no healer here either. What the... Bro, where the fuck are the healers? Are there no healers in Issa? Hold on. Wait. Am I blind? Are there no healers in... There are no healers in Issa. What the Bruh. You're kidding me, bro. There are no healers in Issa? Seriously? What the... Okay, well... I guess we go to Dyden Hill. How are there no healers in a major city, bro? That's a major city. They have nothing. What?
Thanks to you. When this plague shield runs out, I don't know what we'll do then. Well, on your way with you.
Okay. COVID, they're all busy. Yeah. Even in the Phalanx, there's COVID, huh? That's rough. Okay, so we're done with Castle Yolvan. Next stop is Udwath. Oh, crap. Ow! Okay. Let's drag them out of the entrance. Then... Okay, this might have been a bad idea because these guys do not have... Yeah, they're worth nothing. Why am I... Okay, that was a mistake. Is he dead? That was a waste of reckoning mode. 548 XP. So bad. I should have used it inside the cave. God damn it, man. I couldn't cancel it anymore. I was committed. Oh, roadkill. There's the news of the new virus he's writing. Oh, the hantavirus. Supposedly, it's not as infectious, but still, you know, can never be too careful. Ooh, Sylvanite chakrams. Are these are probably not better than the chakrams that we got earlier. Although this one is fire, the other one was ice damage. Take it for now. And Sylvanite daggers definitely were chunking this one. We have a better option right now. Oh, that about CJ. Ow. It's not dead? Okay, there we go. It's dead. Sylvanite hum. I think we junk this because I have a better hum in my inventory. We're over in the oh, I forgot to go to Star Camp to junk the stolen goods. Crap. Well, we'll drop by later, I guess. I forgot about the stolen goods. Okay, Daggers of Bloodshed. Technically, this is more damage because of the bleeding damage, but some enemies don't bleed. I might as well take it anyway, I guess. Well, actually, when we combine the bonus to bleed damage that the Finesse ability tree has, it might do more damage anyway. We've hand wraps. Okay, we're definitely junking this one. Sylvanite Greatsword. I think... Oh, we have another Cruel Hammer. Okay, well, that's a spare. Fine Sylvanite Fey Blades. I think we keep that as a spare. This one, I think we junk? Or... It might be the same stat line, actually. I think we'll keep it. But I have their pressure things. What did Obama do? He hasn't been... It's been a long time since Obama was like in power. What the hell? What does he have to do with it? And he still lives. Ash staff. Okay, we might keep the staff if we do like a full sorcery build. This line. Really? I'm out of that loop then, seems like. Ah! I can't believe I fired that in the wrong direction. That was a long time ago. I see. In a way, yes. Oh, there's a storm. I was hoping I would hit more enemies with the Mark of Flame there. Ow. Oh my god. I failed so many parries there. Sylvanite Kite Shield. I think we have a better... Yeah, we have a better shield than this. So I'm just gonna junk that. Ooh, Luxuria. This is... a great sword? Although... why is it level 7? Fuck? That spawned in a lower level. Acting there. All the others here. Back when it was still fun. What the hell is my free cams? That sounds like a sketchy as... what the... What enemies are there? Sprites. It was a hot tub ditch basically, but without the hot tub. I see. Ooh, more chakrams. Oh, it's a low level. Why did it give me a level 6 chakram though? What the fuck? Okay, that one's definitely going to the junk because we have like Prismir chakrams back in the inventory. They respawned? Bro. Okay. Before they aggro onto me, I'm gonna head over here. So we're gonna drop Luxuria in there. We have quite a few of the unique great swords now somehow. We'll put a Cruel Hammer in because that's a spare. And then Fine Sylvanite. Fey Blades. Yep, that's a spare. Daggers of Bloodshed. I think we're gonna keep that. The Fine Sylvanite Chakrams. Because this is 125 and the Glacial Chakrams are 126. It's like one more. 31 physical damage. 1 physical damage. But this one only does 31 and 63. Fire. This one does 52 and 43. That's more. And also this one is level 9. Yeah. So we're just gonna junk this one. We're gonna go with the Ice Chakrams. Especially since it's Prismere rather than Sylvanite. Then drop the Sylvanite Greatsword in there. Oh, never mind. It's weaker. Oh. Never mind then. We're just junking that. And Ash Staff. That's our first stave, I think. Yeah, we don't have any other staves of this level. And then for the chassis and the gauntlets. Oh, I guess we don't have any metal pants yet. Yeah, we don't. Oh, okay. I guess if we do a might build, that's one thing we can use. The Sylvanite gauntlets though. We're gonna use the gauntlets of the Legion, so. Sylvanite Greaves. We don't have any metal boots. Yeah, we don't have any metal boots. So. Actually, now that I think about it, could I just use the... I should just use Leggings of Beacons now. Yeah. Ah, well, actually. It's 30% armor versus 23% poison resistance. It's so... meh. Yeah. Okay, never mind. And then some more master potions that we're gonna put into the store. I guess that's it. We have 49. Then we have a few things we can sell. So that was Uduath. We can go next to... Actually, we're gonna go back to Issa. We're gonna drop some stuff off. And then this time we're not gonna forget to go to Star Camp. So I can sell the stolen goods. And that way we have a completely empty inventory. That I can loot the Hunter Spit next.
Weapons? Let me make you feel at home. Take a look.
$54.
I know.
Wait. I sold this? Or I junked it? Really? Oh, well, whatever.
Need anything? If you're looking to buy, I don't have many weapons to offer on account of the PC.
You pick up some lockpicks.
But there's still a come back again.
And then we can go over Star Camp and fence off our stolen goods.
Careful out there.
Always open for business when the road is your marketplace. Are you look if you need another trade?
Okay, and then so we've done Gorgoath, we've done Castle Yulvan, we've done Uduath. So next is Hunter's Pit. Get in there before the bear comes. It's growing up so fast. Oh, you have cats? I forget if you mentioned that you had cats before. Trying to shoo away the others, trying to take its meal. Ow. Oh, that still hit me? That still hit me? Cats and there was a newborn man at our doors up recently. Oh, there's a stray. Oh, right. I think you mentioned the... You mentioned the stray. Right. I remember that. Okay, that's a lot of... Oh my god, that is a lot of enemies over there on the other side. Okay, I'm getting a lot of these fine ash staves and they're all... Are we back? Please tell me the autosave put me somewhere decent. The autosave put me here? Are you... Are you serious? You've got to be shitting me. This is where... This is where the autosave put me? Okay. Back to Sarkamp then. Are we back, by the way? I'm assuming we're back. I should probably check, but like... Kinda scary. Going to a different tab right now.
Always open for business when the road is your... marketplace. Always looking to make it...
Okay, where were we? Hunter's Pit. Why was the autosave like over in Isa? And it didn't give me an autosave over here. No full screen, no. My bad. Yeah, so what happened there was I got a driver timeout because my whatchamacallit, my mixer software freaking popped up, and then when I tried to close it, when I tried to tab to it and close it, it crashed my driver. Like, to be specific, it was the driver that crashed. And because of that, my game hung. Because suddenly it was not running on my GPU because my driver was like timed out. So that was not the game's fault. That was literally the That's AMD's fault and also like voice meter's fault. Ow. Literally AMD and voice meter's fault. Okay, I was saying earlier that all the ash staves that we got were like all ice. Now we got fire. Interesting. I imagine it has something to do with the anti-lag stuff somehow causing you to driver timeout. Basically the other features they have on. So I've been fiddling around with it with my other games too, trying to avoid it. Okay, that's very late of stream elements to do that. I don't know why that only came up now. Okay, actually I'm gonna check here if it's working here. Okay, it's working here too. Maybe two user arenas and it all works. How often does it work though? You know what I mean? That's kind of the issue. Ooh, 15% elemental resistance. That's actually kind of relevant for might builds. So I might keep this. And the Noble's Feyblades. I'll have to check this one on the stats. Buckler of Ice Warding, I'll have to check the stats on this one as well. Mage's Cuirass. Might be relevant. Conqueror's Feyblades. 12% damage versus Niskaru. It's not always going to be relevant, but also I think stat-wise this is like weaker than what I have in my inventory, but we'll have to compare later. I'll get a crash when it's awesome. It's vomiting on the stream. Yeah, the thing is, it's not supposed to do that, right? Like, that's kind of the point. It's not supposed to do that. But it still does. Is there loot on this side? No. Oh god. Oh, Actually, if it's just one of them that aggroes, that's fine too. See if I can get a sneak kill on all of these. We need to wait for this kobold to face the other way. Nice. Ash Scepter. Man. Ooh, Chakrams of Light. 50% damage during the daytime. This does not do as much damage as the other Chakram though, I think. I'll have to compare to double check, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Tuatha? What the? Okay. The archers are gonna make this a bit tricky. Ow. The Tuatha spawns being still here kind of doesn't make sense. They're not supposed to be here anymore. That's a lot of rogues. Ow. Who has relatively high HP? Okay, there's one of them that does. Okay. Ooh, it's a lot of Essence of Fate. Okay, that one not that strong compared to the other one that we have. We're junking that one. One of them is a savage, I think. Yeah. So we'll try and get the savage in a sneak attack. We don't have to deal with the ranged hits. Oh, can't believe I used or I lost the lockpick to an easy. Oh, Eye of Flame. Okay, we got the item that we got earlier. That's nice. Oh, we technically got that before the crash. Are there actually items over here in the cages? I don't think there are. Let me just clear out the area first. Let's see. I'm not so sure. We'll let out the bar guests after I clear everything here. There might be... Oh, that still tracked me? Bro. Wow. Can't believe the other hit still tracked me, man. Like, bro. Then from here... I don't think there's any... Were there any chests over in the entrance? No, it's just the entrance. Okay. So we can let the bar guests go. I just want to see if there are any items in the cages. Although I don't think there are, but just to make sure. Did they go hostile? Or did they just run? They just run? I guess they just run. Are they hostile to me? Actually? They're not. They're not hostile to me. What the what? Oh, they're not hostile to me at all. Okay. Interesting. Let's check their cage to see if there's something in here. No? I guess not. Okay. Then we can go to the next cage, release the bar guests over there, and then we can just leave. There's like a whole pack of bar guests now. Okay. So this is the exit of Hunter's Pit, and that's Hunter's Pit done. So we go to the next area, which is Haxie Dam. Still have some inventory space, so we can probably fit in some more items. And this is probably going to be the last area for today. There shouldn't be that much to it, actually. Is there a point to sneak attacking the troll? I think I should just fight it. It's resistant to all of my magic types. Oh, okay, right. I forgot. You can't dodge through. Ow. Okay, that's enough fate meter for the next, or that's enough Yeah, that's a reckoning mode for the next troll. Ooh, okay. So this one has equal physical damage, but also has bleed, so we're keeping this. And actually, we could probably use it right now. Are these all gonna be trolls? Yeah, they're all gonna be trolls. There's still Tuatha in here somehow. They're not supposed to be here anymore. Ow. Oh, I forgot the reckoning mode! I forgot I had full meter. What the what am I doing? Bro, I forgot I had full meter. No. God damn it. Well, there's another troll on the way, I guess, but damn, that was a waste of fate meter. Not using it right then. Shoes of the Flood. Ow! Actually, can I do this without... Ow. No, it was one hit, bro. It was literally one hit. Scorching chakrams of the Mystic, okay. That's interesting. Can I get a sneak attack on both of these? Nice. So I don't have to worry about two mages. Royal Signet. +1 persuasion. Ooh. We could use these for like whenever we talk to an NPC. Oh, Narsh gets replaced by 2 trolls? Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Bro. Wait. How am I gonna fight 2 trolls without reckoning mode? Okay, that me not using reckoning mode on that one troll is definitely like really bad for me now. Holy crap. Uh Oh god, I didn't see the other one. You do it all the time, so you can do this. Ow. Oh my god, all of the projectiles hit me. Oh god. I'm not getting fate meter for a storm bolt anymore. Oh, thank God for adrenaline surge. Okay, that's one. I swear that me not using reckoning mode on that one troll was a mistake because I would have had enough fate meter to reckoning mode both of them. God damn, dude, that was such a mistake. Oh well. It's over now. That would have been like a lot of XP. I'd probably be much closer to 27 or yeah, probably like about here, maybe. Maybe that's too generous. We'd be at halfway. We'd actually be over halfway instead of under halfway. Okay. Can I do like one more area? So that was... Okay, really clear this. So that was Haxie Dam. Brigand Hall Caverns is next. I don't think... Is Brigand Hall Caverns... We need to offload our inventory first though. We have quite a few items here already. So I'll drop by the house. I'll drop by the house, manage our inventory, then I probably won't have time for Brigand's Hall if I'm managing my inventory actually, so. I'm gonna just put all of them in. I'll keep the royal signet on me just in case. Pretty much whenever we do have a persuasion check, we'll just wear the ring. And then let's compare. Actually, let me just check my junk pile as well. If there's anything I need to... Oh, no. This one, we're junking these for sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the chakrams I have are better than this, so... So we'll look here. Enforcer's Longbow, that's 80. which is the same as the Fine Ash Longbows, but the Fine Ash Longbows don't have an effect, whereas the Enforcer's Longbow has the 16% extra damage versus humanoids. So we're junking these then, because we have a better option. And for the Sylvanite Greatsword, that's a lot of spares. Chakram of Light, Scorching Chakrams of the Mystic. Okay, this one does 93 damage, but it has a bonus in daytime. Scorching Chakram of the Mystic, you get 15% damage with magic. Then more fire damage. That's like a big jump, actually. 31 physical. 31 physical. So the base is the same, but like the elemental damage is so much higher. What the hell? And then if you compare that to Glacial Chakrams, this is 126 versus 159. Wow, okay. And this one is just 18% damage. That's interesting. This one does 126, but this one does 159. And I'm assuming the 15% damage with magic is also applied to all of my spells. So, actually, we're probably going to use this one. And then for the Ash staves, we have 90, 104, 118, but these are all different elements. I think the elements are just differently scaled. Frost, the freezing damage doesn't do as much because you have the slow. And the shocking damage doesn't do as much as the fire either, for whatever reason. So what am I gonna use actually? If I do like a sorcery build with a stave, with a staff, what damage type do I go for? Fire tends to do the most, I think. Yeah, but that's like. I guess there are less things that are resistant to fire. There's actually very few things that are resistant to fire. I could just keep all three though. That's another option too, is just so I can like swap between the staves depending on the enemy type. But that's like a lot of inventory management, and I already have like the 3 elements to do spells anyway, so. I guess we just junk these. And then we'll keep the fire. Fire tends to have the most damage. And then this one, we're gonna junk this one because that one does not do as much as the other chakrams that we have. Putrefied Longsword I'm keeping. 622. Do I keep the Prismere daggers? So this one, stat-wise, this is better. Especially if you're going finesse, because again, you have the ability that gives extra bleed damage. I'm actually gonna junk this. Then we have a lot of spares for the Fey Blades. The Glacial Fey Blades though, 40 and 24, 45, 27. So this one has the edge just because of the elemental damage. 25, 27. Oh, but this one has HP. So we just junk these then. Is there paying attention to the gear I'm using? I'm actually gonna junk this because I think we can get like a better option. I guess I can just keep them. Yeah, we'll keep them for now. The Cruel Hammer we'll keep. Or maybe we have the Conqueror's Feyblades too. Damage versus Niskaru versus 60 health. The thing is, we don't fight Niskaru that often anyway. I might as well keep it then. It's fine. Yeah, that's probably fine. And then for the armor, Aegis Cuirass 261, 70% mana. How important is 70% mana if I do like a might sorcery build down the line? Would that be worth giving up the few points of armor? Probably. Yeah, probably. Does that mean I junk these though? This one is still so weird to me. It doesn't have the thing. But I guess... Okay, this one for sure we're not keeping. Because that one's basically vanilla. Keep the Flawless Helm. Kite Shield of Haven, that's 126. This one gives 15% elemental resistance versus the King's Kite Shield, which gives 80 health. I think the resistance actually is more useful. Because when it comes to physical damage, when you're running plate armor, you get enough block efficacy that physical damage doesn't do as much anyway. And Shoes of the Flood. It's like critical hit damage with magic. Is that better than the Whisper Silk Sandals? No. By gods, no. And then Chauces. I don't think I have better metal leggings. So I'll just jump this one. And then the Greaves of Ice Warding. Junking this one then. I still have a nice Buckler. Buckler of Ice Warding. 33 damage. This is 38. Technically more armor, but this one has the ice resistance. And with the Buckler, you're probably not going to static block anyway. So I'm probably going for the stats here on this one. I guess we junk these as well. Okay. I guess that's it for inventory management. My longsword's about to break. We're gonna need a replacement soon. I should probably take the replacement. So probably the longsword of bloodshed. So we're gonna have to drop by another merchant again to sell this off and set us up for going into Brigand Hall Caverns. But that's gonna be for next session. We don't really have much time left, so I think that's gonna be it for today. We cleared, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we cleared 5 out of the 12 areas. We have like 7 more areas to clear out. God damn. There's 7 more areas to clear out. But hopefully we'll be done next session. We'll be done looting all of that next session, although we're very close to... I think if I finish the 7 areas, I'll get enough XP, we'll get to 27, and then I have to loot like 3 more or 4 more areas again. Because there's like 4 areas that cap out to 27. So I'm not gonna be able to like respec, I think. It's gonna depend on the timing, I guess. We'll finish looting by 2020. Bro. Kind of. we kind of did. Kind of. Some progress. Anyway, yeah, when we come back next week, we're gonna be looting some more areas because there's like so many areas that come out at 26. Hopefully we have like, I mean, hopefully we don't reach level 27 too soon. That way we at least have like some time to play around with the build. But if it's dangerously close, then I might not respect the dagger chakram build yet and just do a quest, get to 27, and then clear out the next areas. There's at least only like 4 areas for 27 instead of like the 12 for 26. I don't know why they have like so many for 26. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today. We got some good gear for the different builds that we're gonna be able to try out. Hopefully we'll actually have time to try them out. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today. I'm gonna have to fiddle around with my driver settings again to see if like there's a configuration that's not gonna driver time me out just for tabbing out or like clicking on something off the main monitor. But yeah, for next stream on Thursday, we're gonna be playing The Alchemist of Ars Magna once again. We're gonna be continuing with the story. I believe we're on the chase, right? Because we're trying to chase Agrippa and Namtar before the dolls arrive. I think that's what happened last time, so we're gonna continue that on Thursday. And then on Saturday, we'll be continuing our Batua half campaign. So, thanks to Steel and Spar for dropping by. And for everyone else, wherever you're watching from, whether it's live or the VOD, whether it's on YouTube or on Twitch, have a good day, good night. Take care. And I'll see you on Thursday for some visual novels. Let me just make a save here first before I start tabbing out. Okay, that's saved.